Hello, and welcome to the Yesterday Show. I'm Thomas Wales, and I'm happy to welcome back into the studio Sir Anthony Gerald Fasbender III, a crossbencher from the House of Lords. Welcome back, Sir Anthony.
Good evening.
And we are also joined by his son, Sir Anthony Gerald Fasbender IV, currently the Conservative MP for North Sussex. Sir Anthony.
Good evening, and hello, fans.
Thank you, Sir Anthony's. Now, Sir Anthony Sr., you are here to discuss the latest scandal involving the House of Lords, namely the allegation that peers have been taking bungs to amend legislation. What is your opinion on this?
It is my duty as a crossbencher in the House of Lords to keep an eye out for such scoundrels and report them to the appropriate authorities.
And you wouldn't be tempted to take a bribe to stop a piece of legislation that you oppose?
As tempting as that sounds, I must uphold my constitutional duties.
Really?
This is a matter of principles, Mr. Wales. The principle being that peers are appointed to serve the people of this country, not just the people who have money. Nobody ever got anywhere in politics by being paid.
Ignorant swine.
I may have given 70 years of service to this country in one form or another, from handing out leaflets to blowing things up, to ensure that lazy miners only got what they deserved, but at the end of the day, I must accept that my primary duty as a peer is to uphold the Constitution for the good of the country.
If you knew what was good for the country, you wouldn't be taking such an outdated, idiotic stance on what is really a very straightforward issue.
Ah, so you oppose your father's views?
Why, yes, of course. He clearly doesn't go far enough in stating the case for a modern House of Lords, with modern politicians carrying out modern wishes.
So what would you propose, Sir Anthony Jr.?
Well, clearly this is not an ethical issue. When posed the question of whether members of the Lords should be allowed to do what they like and take money for their services, I think for most sensible people, the answer is yes. Taking things on a case-by-case approach is ludicrously time-consuming. What we need is to amend the rules so that the House of Lords can take bribes for whatever small purpose or cause, to rebalance the two houses, readdress the carnage of the Parliament Act, and keep the country's head above the water in these difficult times.
Sir Anthony Jr., I've just been looking through your CV. You've had quite a checkered career, haven't you? A third at Cambridge University, 5 times defeated as a Conservative candidate at by-elections, and you only won your seat in 2005 after the Labour candidate mysteriously shot himself on the night of the vote. Care to comment on any of those things?
My son has always been a disappointment to me. Ever since he was born, I knew I couldn't trust him to follow in my footsteps.
I hardly think that's fair, Father.
I encouraged him to take an interest in politics. I paid for your deposit at all those elections. I even pulled strings to get you a place in the shadow cabinet, and you have let me down at every single turn. You were fired from your post as shadow minister without portfolio because the tabloids called you having a threesome with a prominent member of the House while dressed as a speaker.
Look, I'm sorry, but...
And now the only reason you are holding this gratuitous view is so you can get your scruffy little mitts on my peerage. Well, I will be spitting in my grave before I give it to you.
Well, that's kind of the point, Father.
Gentlemen, if we could please return to the point of this interview.
No, I'm sorry, Mr. Wales, but I must speak my mind. This man, my father, has worked so long in politics that it has softened his mind. What I lack in experience, I make up for in my energy to reform the system.
All the energy to line his pockets.
Look, the fact is, Dad, that you have no idea how to run this country anymore. Your policies of bleeding workers dry may have been radical in the 1980s, but the world has changed. What we need now is hard-handed, iron-fisted measures to crush the chavs and sweep up the delinquent detritus from our streets. Allowing lords to take bribes to stop Marxist legislation getting through is one way of doing this. Why, Dad, compared to today's big players, you're practically a communist.
How very dare you! Well then, my boy, you leave me no choice. Mr. Wales?
Yes, Sir Anthony.
I am happy to announce that, as of tomorrow, I shall be relinquishing my peerage via the Peerages Act 1963 to see that the title of Lord Fasbender is abolished forthwith. Now you'll never get your hands on my grotty peerage.
No, you can't do this. I'll kill you.
The Yesterday Show would like to apologise to our listeners for the immaturity of this week's guest. And now, on to the international report. And now we turn our attention to the world of sport. Construction work is proceeding at the various venues of the Olympic Games for London 2012. We've naturally sent our special correspondent Alex to the construction site to take a look around. Alex, are you there?
Yes, just about, Tom. I'm currently standing in front of the tunnels connecting the main area to what will most likely be the dressing rooms. Yes, that's right, dressing rooms.
And how far along is the project?
Well, considering the building work started in May last year, Tom, not very much. Less than a quarter of the main steel struts have been fitted. And although the concrete is now arriving, I don't hold out too many hopes that it will be finished next year.
The Games are for another 3 years, Alex.
Yes. Sorry, I meant that.
Well, according to the official progress reports released under the Freedom of Information Act, Lord Coe is said to be delighted with the progress of the stadium, whose building started 3 months ahead of schedule. Did you challenge him in this?
No. Sadly, he wasn't available for an interview.
Really? How about the construction crew?
There's nobody around at the moment. They all seem to be having their tea break. Bloody workers.
All right then, Alex. Tell me about the facilities available to spectators.
Well, that's a different matter entirely. This new building comes with a fully equipped soundstage, high-tech lighting rig, 2 bars, and some conference facilities.
Not the sort of thing you'd expect in an Olympic stadium.
No, I guess not, but this is the 21st century, Tom.
Now, I hear that the Olympic Committee is attempting to make the London Olympics as carbon neutral as possible. Is that so, Alex?
Yes, Tom.
So, can you tell me what green measures have already been implemented?
Of course I can, Tom.
Okay then, can you describe what you see?
Sort of.
Go on then.
Fine. I can see absolutely nothing whatsoever. It appears that the Olympics is not using any energy whatever. Not even electricity to light this room. Very energy efficient, apparently. I commend them wholeheartedly.
I bet you're not even in London, are you?
Yes, I am. Oi! Take that trouble and strife down them apples and, what's the thing? Pears pronto. No larking about, governor. Yeah.
That is the worst Cockney accent I've ever heard since Dick Van Dyke.
No! That's the one accent I can't really do. Damn.
Where are you really?
I'm at the Butterworth Hall redevelopment site at Warwick University. Well, I think I am.
What do you mean you think you are?
Well, the thing is, Tom, I'm encased in concrete on all 4 sides. It's very dark, and I can hear the sound of water trickling from the roof.
Well, until you've worked out where you are, how you got there, and how you're going to explain yourself, we'll just have to leave you there.
But, Tom!
No buts, Alex. Thank you for your report. Join us again next week for more groundbreaking journalism and reporting. But for now, back to Mumbling On.